Hi, my name is George Padilla, and this is my first year at Moore Park. And I'm going to be telling a story about a confrontation I had at work this past week. I just got hired at the Home Depot in Camarillo as a plumbing associate, and this is my first job in the field. Really, my first job in a few years since working in the food industry, and it's pretty stressful sometimes. It's a lot of work, it's long hours. Most of the time, you're either carrying heavy stuff or helping people find things and then carrying them for them. Um, and the management is pretty sketchy sometimes. There's some situations that I've had to deal with already that have put me on edge, and the job as a whole has been pretty stressful just because I have school to do and I have a job where I'm working probably like between 25 and 30 hours a week. So it's hard to find any time for myself or relaxing at all. And what makes it harder is rude people that come into the store. Because a lot of people that come into Home Depot are just looking to get their parts and then get out of there quickly. And they're looking for people to know where they are. And it was my second day on the job. I didn't know where anything was. That day I had been writing down in my journal everything in all my aisles that I'm in charge of. And then this guy comes in looking for a PVC piece for his sink. And I was already in the aisle with all of our PVC parts. And I directed him to that. He looked, he said he couldn't find it. I told him another aisle he could check. And he said he had already been there, and I apologized. I said, well, I don't know where else they could be. And then he started going off on me. He was cussing at me. He yelled at me. He said that, like, I need to know what I'm doing. They need to hire better people. And then all I could do was just sit there and ignore him and just let him berate me. And I guess the moral of the story is that there's always going to be people that come into your job, come into your home, come into your school, come into wherever, and treat you poorly. And all you can do is ignore it and move past it and take it with a grain of salt, because you don't know what anybody else is dealing with. So holding it against them or just harboring bad feelings for people, that's not healthy for anybody. And so that's the moral of my story.